tell you something. You just seen what Meek spit, nigga. What you mean, dog? The drill always win. The real always win, dickhead. Fuck you talk about, nigga. Fuck you mean. We play games over here, nigga. We play games, my nigga. Fuck you mean, dog. You just seen him spit. Fuck you talking about. Nigga, now about to go in 7-Eleven and get me a slushy and it's lit. Fuck you talking about, nigga. Chases.
I like passion. I like when you get them mad. Well, I think he was going off, over the whole freestyle session. But to me, I think, I heard what he was saying, and I was thinking more on the lines of what Beans was saying when Beans is spilling. I guess I bring the fire out of people, And that reminds me, because that means I'm touching on something. Let's listen to a real freestyle for a second so you get another sample of it.
Hot back, squeeze it, send them to the reaper. Never did a job, 60 seconds, couldn't leave it. I can smell the heat around the corner like Pacino. You ain't a gangster, nigga, you a diva. The drawers underneath you probably made by Victor's Secret. I'm still relevant, the respect there is evident. Sweating in the kitchen in my element. I'm trying to whip a pigeon for a pelican. Daydreaming at the triple beam while it's leveling. I'm thinking like Malcolm by any means. Peeping in your window with the K, I gotta get this cream. I'm back to kicking indoors again. Laying niggas down on the floor again. Pull the Mac 90 on them. Don't move, bitch, find it for me. Story to tell. Big jumped out the closet on him. Look, I got a diet for you. Remove your weight, then you can explain it to who supplied it for you. Anything moving, I'm riding on it. Shit, it ain't a door, I won't sliding on it. Solo soldier, no posse on them. F&N, twin Rossies on them. And I ain't talking about over them. Back over the stove again. Looking for the number. Who got the cola in? And I ain't talking about no soda, fam. What open your mouth. Eat it.
Ooh. That's just fire, bro. That's just pure fire and adrenaline. I don't like to hate on nobody at all. Really. But to me, that sounds a lot better than this.
Need me, they like Meek Millie, want you spit that crack again. Fake niggas up 3, bring us back again. Run down Broad Street, I'm in that back again. I bully niggas, I'm like Mac.
Oh gosh, no, you're not like Mac again. But that's the here nor there. And this isn't a Meek Mill diss video, by the way. It's not. We were just showing you an example of how some people can articulate good rap from bad rap. And we just use him as an example, for bad rap. He's just an example. We're not talking about him or anything. I don't know. But people say, well, what's good rap from bad rap? Like, what does that even mean? And normally when you hear good rap, not just the flow pattern is different. The flow pattern is what matters. But sometimes people will take out a flow pattern and just talk to you and rap because they want you to hear the lyrics and hear the wordplay, how they're interacting with one another. And you see the variation of different words. That shows a craft, that shows skill, shows diction. You're like, okay, this person's not just rapping the same word 1,000 times over and over and over again. And today's younger youth, they don't understand that stuff. They mostly listening to the beat. So, I forgive them for that. They don't know any better. So, my homie, man, he gets ticked, though, man. He be ready to throw stuff at me. Man, he's sorry. I mean, dude, man, I'm like, they ain't grow up like us. So I understand the reason why y'all don't know that much, because I got cousins and nephews and all that stuff that's like y'all age. So to them, they anybody named Lil off 300 Entertainment, they roll with them, hey, this is little went to the stove. You know, little 380. You know, I'm like, dude, they all on that. They stay underground, you know, and that's one of the stuff they do. They be freezing cold. They got holes in their pants. It's like wondering why they cold. Ashy knees. So I'm like, look, this is the new style, the new age. You know, we ain't gotta like it, but it is what it is. But this is why you can't compare eras. It's like comparing LeBron James to Michael Jordan. You know, people do it to rev people up, to keep them angry, because you're going to have one side that's like, are you nuts? And the other side be like, he better. Because that's all they're going to do is comparisons. They can't. That's how you keep people engaged to the past. Knowing it's not even close. On no level is LeBron James better than Michael Jordan. None. LeBron wouldn't even mentally survive playing in the NBA back then. His size, his speed. I'm like, dude, you know how many big dudes that would have put LeBron on his butt? It's never would have went down that way. But when an MC go into the booth, you know, you don't have to be like nowadays to back then. Back in the day, most people didn't curse. You know, it was, if you heard a curse word, you might hear one or two on an entire album. Nowadays, rappers feel it's a necessity to curse. They gotta rap the curse. Cause I'm real, mother. I got skill, mother. I got this, mother. I got this, mother. I'm like, okay. And it just become a curse show, and it's not really good. You just bobbing your head to the beat because the beat's wrong. That's why you hear remixes over. Whenever somebody remix your song 1,000,000 times, that means you was whack. And they wanted to bless that track so much because the beat was so great. They had to just tear it up. Nobody remembers your lines. They just want to do the beat. They want to get to that beat and get it out there because the song is hot because of the beat. How many MCs have you known that make songs like that? You can raise your hand. All y'all hands is probably in the air right now. So, it was a craft to show that you can rhyme, be efficient, have bars, and not use profanity. That was a gift in that. There was a certain honor in doing that. That you can accomplish your goal without being profane. And this is the downfall of what the West Coast and East Coast was trying to accomplish. And this is why the East Coast pulled back so much and had a reserve about how they chose to use their lyrics. People didn't understand New York didn't really gravitate to NWA during that time. New York was one of the strongholds, especially Harlem. They was definitely against NWA. Every city they tore down, except for New York, because New York didn't really gravitate to that type of aggressiveness on records. It wasn't clever to them. Plus, it was the West Coast. Now everybody's doing it. And now you're seeing this steady decline. It changes language. Like, I think Tupac even said in the song, and we went from brothers and sisters to niggas and bees, you know? Before, nobody was like, yo, my nigga, I wasn't even there. They be like, "What's up, brother?" Oh, them sisters over there. You know, where the honeys at? Now, where that be at? Oh, that's my nigga right there. You know, they changed, hip-hop has changed the slang and downgraded it to the point where you can't even write anymore. People been writing slang so much, they can't even spell the way the word is originally supposed to be spelled. I swear I looked at a piece of paper somebody written down when he was writing raps, and I'm like, I have no idea what this is. This is Ebonics time 30 million. So, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's it. That's the best I could do for you. Because that's the truth. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and the same thing goes to music. Music is in the eye of the beholder. Some people like that chop and screw. Like, if you stay in Houston long enough, you'll be hooked on chop and screw. If you was down there, you'd be like, because when you first hear chop and screw, you'd be like, what is this? What is he doing? Oh my. You listening to this? But more you stay, more you listen, next thing you know, it'll be a chop and screw party. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I am aware there's certain people that's going to like Meek Mill. I'm aware of that. I'm aware that certain people want to do this and that. I never tell people don't go buy someone's music, because it's in the eye of the beholder. I always give my opinion, and that's just it. But you always have the option. I don't box you in to do anything. I point out facts. So, what is good hip-hop and what is bad hip-hop? Well, in my opinion, bad hip-hop is when you make a bunch of filler songs. Don't mean that it wasn't bad hip-hop back in the 90s and the 80s, back when we was getting all the great hits. It was bad hip-hop then. But even that bad hip-hop can far outweigh this hip-hop. Because now people are not doing it for the right reasons. You know, they don't come from a musical background. All they did, back then you had to earn money to go to the studio to be able to work on your craft in your basement before you were able to go out in the public and put music out. You had to work for years in your own basement in your house making cassette tapes, trying to push it through the hood to see how the hood reacted to it and got some sort of a buzz. Then, if you were good enough or the buzz was hot enough, then you would spend your money to go to a studio to start making CDs. Because yeah, the hood's gonna follow you till you ask them for $5. Yo, buy my joint for $5. $5? Oh man, hit me on payday. I'll hit you on payday. You know, but yeah, if you giving them some free joints, you know, they'll listen to it. But you'll find out that people that ain't really with you with all that stuff going down. But that's how you used to do it. You used to hone your craft doing that stuff. And then you flip and do something else. You know, then you start putting your money in, because you basically couldn't make a record without being in a studio. And nowadays, in today's stage, people got studios in their house now. You know, you can go to anybody's house that got a studio. But back then, you actually had to go to the studio. And a lot of people with studios in their home. And studio time costs money. So people had jobs just so they can go and try to chase their dreams. So you actually have to put more work in. Today, they just lay on the couch, get high, make a tape. Yeah, I'm going to make a tape, man. I'll put it out on SoundCloud. See what they think. And I'm like, they're just starting out. And then they already getting a deal. Now, why are they getting a deal? And why they're dumbing it down? Because there's profit in keeping people stupid. So when the pipeline is messed up, and why they say hip-hop is dead, is because hip-hop is a combination of all different things. Jazz, blues, rhythm, now all the music is sounding the same. That's not hip-hop. You're gravitating to one origin of music. High aggressive energy records. I mean, there you go. High aggressive energy records. And then you have a few records, because they were from back in the day, people like Nas, he can get through the hole because his music is going to still be relevant. He still has a fan base. His fan base are now in their 30s and 40s. They buy records. They go to concerts. They got jobs. They got families. But his content is more smooth, relaxed, low-key, dress like a man, and, be respectful type music. But there's substance in what he says. So people can relate. That's in the higher age bracket. That 18 to 34, he might lose that crowd. But the thing is, if you put him on one of these beats they got now, those crowds of people will even gravitate to him. The power is in the word and how you use it. You gotta understand that. Swords and guns don't move mountains. They don't move people. Words do. Napoleon, Hitler, they didn't hold, well, they did hold people under gunpoint, but but it was the words that those people went out there and fought for them. That's why all these battles they went into, William Wallace, they always gave a speech before these people would go out and fight for their lands. They needed that speech. They needed to hear words to get them to move. That's the most powerful thing you have. It's your word. So if your word don't mean anything, then where you going to end up? Now, here's what's going to happen with the rapper Meek Mill. I just want to put this out. It's not a diss, but he's going to stay off Instagram. He's having problems with social media because he has no direction. Nicki Minaj, people are going to start to take over his career. And what they're going to do is start steering him more towards more commercial songs. Songs of structure and about social events. Like, come on people, we got to get together, save the rainforest, And he's going to be more of a pop artist. And what he's going to do is lose his fan base and try to, eat off hers. And she was like, look, I want to help you make your own money with my people. I'm more pop now than I was street. Because she's like, I started out street and I crossed over to this pop brand. And I want to try to bring you into the pop brand. But you're going to have to cut off some of these street dudes. And that's what's going to happen. They ain't going to be eating. They ain't going to all be straight. Everybody that you saw in that High 97, they wasn't with them a few months ago. And if you from Philly, you know that. But now they got to throw some bread around to try to look like they strong. But we'll see when they make this transition. We'll see how many survive. Meaning not like life or death. I mean like survive being taken care of and put on the roster. other than that, let me see what other new news that's going on right now in the world today, especially in music. I told you about Leor Cohen and what the real purpose was. Let me give you a little bit more information on the direction of YouTube. What YouTube is going to do is YouTube is going to reach out and try to work with the other streaming companies and record labels. There's not a good relationship with some of them. That's why YouTube want to try to get that ironclad and want Leor to work more with that and started trying to bridge them together so that they can have less problems with clearances of songs and all this stuff. So I hope people understand it. It's not that complicated, really. It's just all about money. That's really it, man. Y'all enjoy y'all weekends, man. And get out and do something. Do something different. That's my challenge for y'all today. You got kids and your wife, take them out for a walk or something. Just do something different. Get out in the day and enjoy it. That's all I gotta say, man. I'm out.